You're probably a business owner or a clothing brand struggling to make high converting professional ads for your business. It takes skill, time, and money to come up with ads, make ads, and get them just right. Now, I'm not talking about TikToks and IG Reels. Those are very effective, but what about the traditional media that allows people to connect with you and your personal brand identity? I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it in a more simpler way that's just hassle-free. Now, you guys can do this with your iPad or your laptop using today's sponsor, Kiddle. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, all you have to do is press create new project. And then for me personally, I don't like to use the Instagram post straight off the bat. I usually like to put my DPI at 150 just so I have more resolution to work with. There we go. Now, Kiddle has introduced artboards, which is amazing and makes our life a lot simpler when making multiple posts for Instagram. Let's go ahead and label this project Born Star Ad to, and let's go ahead and name this main page. Now, if you have images regarding a model and maybe they're wearing like a blank tee, or maybe you're wearing a blank tee yourself and you want to model your own clothing brand, this is an easy way on putting these things together to make a nice cohesive ad. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce this image of this model here. Now, I just got this from the internet just for creative purposes and showing you guys how you would do this. And now using Kiddle's AI background remover, it is super efficient. Like, it's actually crazy how sharp this thing is. There we go. Now we have our background gone and our guy super clean in focus right there. So I'm going to go ahead and open one of the projects that I want to take the logo from. So I made this with Kiddle as well. Now, if you have any designs from Kiddle or any other program, make sure you're downloading these as a PNG. What we have to do for Kiddle is go up here and then remove background and then make sure all your artboards are selected and simply just press download. And then you just wait a couple of seconds and it will start downloading. But for me personally, I want this logo right here at the back, the Lone Star logo. And I'm going to go ahead and go back into the Born Star ad campaign. And then I'm going to go ahead and just copy and paste that over, just pressing Command C, Command V, and then I'm going to go ahead and send this to the back and bring our person to the front. Let's go ahead and center this to ensure that it's nice and centered. Now, once you got your items / your designs downloaded, or you have them as a PNG from any other program, all you have to do now is just re-upload them to Kiddle, and that's fairly easy. Just go ahead and press upload, go to your downloads, navigate whatever you want to upload, and just press upload. Once it's uploaded, you will have the option of importing it into your artboard. So I'm going to start with the front of the tee, and it's already sized perfectly for me, but let me just play with this sizing a little bit. Bam. So now this already looks super legit, but just to give it a more realistic effect, the blend modes I find are a bit too strong. So I just turned down the opacity a bit, and then bam, it looks more like a Pantone / print color, because we all know that when you're printing something, it isn't as bright as you see it on the screen, because that's not how colors work. Once you're happy with that, I want you to go ahead and group that. So now we have our foreground, which is this guy with our T on, and then we have our background with Lone Star. Let's go ahead and add some type / copy. Now, this could be anything. If you're promoting a product, you could also include some sort of enticing to get people to buy early or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and add some nice copy. I'll just use ChatGPT to come up with some. Let's go ahead and add in some text real quick. And now all we have to do is just change the font, something a little bit more thin. I'm going to use one of my favorite fonts, BBAS New. Let's go ahead and grab that. Let's put it on this alignment, which is left alignment. We don't want it to be centered. Let's go ahead and drop this down a little bit. Actually, let's just make this Lone Star. Wonderful. Let's align that. Now I want to add this little call out. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my shapes and basic shapes. I'm going to add this little circle, and I'm going to go ahead and just add a border to it, add some weight. What's it on right now? Let's just double that to 10, and let's change that color to white. Go ahead and duplicate Lone Star, double click it and change it to a number, or like A and B if you really want to. Let's go ahead and bring that to the front, and let's remove what we don't need in the text box. Let's go ahead and group that. Let's go ahead and duplicate this and put it next to the t-shirt. If you want access to all the things that I'm working on today, as well as some free mockups for your clothing brand, go ahead and check the first link in the description and use code WILLYT in Kiddle to get 25% off all their professional plans, and make sure to get in quick so you don't miss out. Let's get back straight into the video. Now, the basic idea I wanted to do was basically make a catalog style Instagram fusion mixed together. I've seen it like with Y2K tees and stuff like that, and it looks super sick, and I think it works really well with this sort of aesthetic. I might put it on this side, actually. It makes more sense. Now, right now, it kind of looks like he's floating on air, so we're going to go ahead and grab another basic shape, And let's go ahead and stretch that out and make it look like a shadow, and then send it to the back and then change the opacity. 57 looks good. Bam. Now we have a basic identity. Let's go ahead and just add a bit of touches here and there to finalize it. Now, I don't like it how it looks on the white tee. I want it to look a bit more grungy. So I'm going to change this color to like a gray of some sort. And now the identity of this design is looking nice and clean. Lastly, I want to go ahead and add in a texture. For this, I'm just going to head over to Texture Labs. So I want to add this texture onto the actual graphic just so it has some sort of correlation with the storyline regarding the tee. We want them to combine, you know, make it one cohesive design. And I'll upload my texture. Now, if you hold Shift, you can go ahead and warp the image that you're placing. Now we're going to just head over to blend modes and we're going to select soft light. And you can see the design coming together. I'm just going to drop down the opacity a little bit because it's a bit too strong for me right now. And bam, we have a sort of brand identity regarding the Lone Star logo. Let's go ahead and just duplicate this. And let's go ahead in the layers. Let's lock that top layer, which will be the texture. And then let's go ahead and remove our group because we want to go ahead and add in the back. Again, using the background remover, we'll go ahead and add in our second graphic for the back. We'll size it and then use Shift to make sure that it fits nice and snug on that back. And usually when you're wearing a t-shirt, it warps around the tee, whatever graphic you have. So warping is pretty fine as long as it looks reasonable. Again, we'll do the same thing. Just drop down the opacity a little bit so it looks a bit more realistic. And let's go ahead and group that together. Now, what if you don't have a model or somebody to model your clothing? You can go ahead and just place the actual design on a mock-up. Now, if you guys follow me on Kittl, you guys will have these mock-ups available because I'm just going to post them on my page. So make sure to check that first link in the description to go ahead and grab some free mock-ups that you can place your t-shirt designs on. We're going to go ahead and duplicate this one more time. Let's go ahead and drop this down here. And let's go ahead and grab a white tee, the front. Let's add in our graphic. There we go. Drop down the opacity a little bit so we can see some of the texture of the tee. The next copy I want to add is related to the drop date. So add the drop date first. Lovely. I might change all this text to white actually. White makes it look a little bit more in the background and makes us focus on the character a bit more. We'll just duplicate this again and do the same exact steps that we've done before. Now our ads are basically done. All we have to do now is make something like a story, and making a story adaptation is fairly simple. Like all you have to do is add in a new artboard into Kittl. We use Instagram post, but for the height, let's change this to 1920. So it's the length of a phone. And then we can just go ahead and copy all the stuff here. Let's group it first and then paste it into here. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and add the drop date. All that's left to do is to add our texture. Now, essentially we have our ad and copy all complete, ready to go up to our Instagram page. And that's exactly how you make professional grade ads for your Instagram regarding your clothing brand or business. All you have to do is just adapt how you place each design / mockup so everything flows nice and naturally. Let's go ahead and just download everything, optimize the quality. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed that little quick tutorial with Kittl. Let me know what you guys think of this design and the overall look. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you. Peace.